Hey everybody, welcome to the Mess Hall, the show where we cook, chop, prep, saute, simmer, and bake some fabulous dishes while sharing some wonderful memories with the great men and women that have served our country. Today, in the kitchen, Milton Gonzalez, United States Navy veteran, going to be sharing an extraordinary family recipe, pollo guisado. You and I know it as chicken stew. It's all coming up right here on the Mess Hall, brought to you by our friends at the Proprietors Lodge of Pittsfield, Massachusetts. Okay, our special guest today in the kitchen, Milton Gonzalez, United States Navy veteran, and today, special treat for you. Milton is going to whip up an extraordinary family recipe, pollo guisado. Guisado. Hey, no habla español, okay? Thanks for being with us today.
You're welcome.
Greatly appreciate it. I tell you what, this is going to be so good. In the immortal words of Jackie Gleason, and away we go.
All right.
Our food today comes from us courtesy of our friends at Performance Food Service of Springfield, Mass.
First of all, we start off with a little bit of oil, garlic, chopped garlic, some olives.
Okay. Any particular type of olives or just regular?
I use the ones with capers, pimentos, and no seeds.
Okay. Capers, pimentos, no seeds, if you're writing this down at home.
Just a couple. You don't need a lot.
Okay. And you don't measure either, right?
No. I just go by hand. It's the way I do it.
Okay.
You know?
All right, great.
And we put some cilantro,
Okay.
chopped, and some leaves in it. Gives it flavor. The stems is what gives it the flavor.
And now you also you do a lot of cooking for Soldier On, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many meals do you guys do a day?
Well, about 1,000 a week.
1,000 a week. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Good for you.
Different places. Some seasoning. It's all mixed. Put some of that in. Carrots. I started off with the oil and all that to get the juices off out of the carrots.
Okay.
And some soy sauce.
Soy sauce, not Worcestershire sauce.
Not Worcestershire.
Big difference?
Yes, big difference. Worcestershire sauce is a tart. It's like a tart taste. This is sweeter. It gives it color.
Okay.
And I use sazon. It's a food coloring.
Oh.
Yeah.
And what does that bring out?
It brings out the food, the color. You see it's like a reddish color.
Okay.
Let that simmer and you stir.
Okay. Now, you come from Arecibo,
Yes.
Puerto Rico.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that. It's an island?
It's an island, Puerto Rico. The city is where the biggest telescope in the world is, as far as I'm concerned, and it was just knocked over through a hurricane. Maria.
City in Espanol is ciudad, right?
Ciudad.
Ciudad. Okay.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm 0 for 2. But that's okay.
But I was raised in Jersey.
And we're going to be talking a little bit more about Milton's service a little bit later on in the show. How long does this cook for?
Well, it marinates to get the ingredients going, get the garlic smelling, and the whole house will smell good. And then you put the water and the chicken in it and let it boil.
Now, this is a family recipe, right?
Yes.
Okay. How many generations goes back?
I can.
Just
I'm not
a lot,
sure.
right?
Yeah, a lot.
who taught this recipe? Had to be to your mom?
My mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah, her mom and her mom.
Okay. Yeah.
But we don't never write nothing.
Nothing. You just
It
everything
changes a little bit, but we keep it steady.
still the same,
Yeah.
huh? All right. And this goes for how long again?
About an hour.
About-
once you get the chicken, we put the chicken in it and let it boil.
Okay. Where does this stew come from, though? Is it a thick base stew, or
Yes.
is it? It is. Yeah. Where does that come from in there? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And you let that go for an hour?
Yes. But we gotta watch it, make sure it doesn't stick, and it's getting there.
Oh yeah, I can smell that. Yeah. A little powerful with the smell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff. Going to take a quick commercial break and come back with more of Milton Gonzalez and his specialty today, pollo guisado. Now let's go to Christy with our fun food facts, brought to you by our great friends at Soldier On.
Thanks, Wayno. Our fun food fact today is brought to you by our friends at Soldier On. Check this out. Victory gardens were vegetable, fruit, and herb gardens that were planted by civilians during World War I and World War II. The United States government encouraged people to plant these to supplement their rations and boost morale. More than 20 million victory gardens were planted during World War II and produced nearly 9 million tons of fresh produce. And that is our fun food fact for today.
Okay, folks, while we were away, we added some chicken to the stew. Now, ooh, look at that, huh? Wow.
See? It's getting there.
Oh, yeah, that smells, the aroma.
Yeah.
So delicious. You can.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right, no worries. It's all part of the job, folks. This is where we go to the bullpen, right here. We call our man, Jason, comes in. Jason Stump, Soldier On.
How we doing, guys?
Thank you.
On the show.
You're welcome.
Great.
Stewed tomatoes.
Okay, now are those already diced or
Yes.
they were already? Yep.
Yes.
So they're
Diced.
from the can.
Yeah, and
Little
tomato
salsa.
sauce.
Ooh.
Tomate salsa.
Hey, not much of that, huh?
Oh no, I put it in as much as.
Okay.
There you go. Look at that.
Un poco, right?
Un poco the can. That's why I buy the small un poquito can.
Un poquito can. Small can in Spanish, folks.
Yeah.
by the way. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, and just let it boil for a little while, and
A little
we'll
bit
be
longer.
set. Yep. It's
Probably
getting
got
there.
about what? Probably about maybe 10, 15 more minutes on that, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit more about Addison. What's textiles? What's their major?
Pineapples.
Oh, okay.
A lot of pineapples.
Yeah, you probably grew up on them, huh?
Sugar cane and a lot of pork.
A lot of pork.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
whole pork.
You must have some great recipes with pork, huh?
Yeah, we could do that.
What's a favorite recipe of yours that you do with pork?
Pernil.
Pen-
Pork shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Pernil.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you cut half of it and then you.
No. You buy the pork shoulder and I use a rotisserie.
Oh, so it just goes around.
Yeah.
Oh, and then
Set it and forget it.
I love that. Set it and forget it. What do you baste it with? What do you? You just gotta-
Many ingredients.
Just a lot, huh?
Yeah, I put holes in it. As with the spoon, you just
Yeah.
put the ingredients in the hole. You're good to go.
You ever inject stuff into?
I do it with a spoon.
Oh, okay. So you have different parts. One
Yeah.
might be sweet, another one a little sour.
No, it's all the same ingredients.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Okay. And is there a how do you say that in Spanish?
Rotisserie.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I got to chop some stuff up here.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Okay.
You can do the carrots.
Okay, the carrots.
Yeah.
Now, how do you cut these? Just regular?
Just regular, yeah.
Just regular
Yeah,
small.
regular
So you
small,
start
yeah.
off with just the end. It's very important
Yeah,
to
show
cut
the
that
end
off.
out, yeah.
Okay, and I was taught. A good friend of mine, Julia Child. I don't know if you folks know her, but you would start here and then
Yes.
just go down, right?
Yes.
Look at that. You like that technique, huh? Mm-hmm. All righty. Muy bien.
Bueno.
I'm getting big kudos from the chef here today, folks. Okay. They're probably a little less than a half inch, right?
Yes.
That's good.
That's good. It'll sweeten it up.
Pop that right in. Good. We good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then a little potato?
Yeah, you can slice the potato.
Okay. So how would you normally? Just cut it right in half and then just dice it a
Yeah,
little bit?
normally I peel it. You can
We're on
just cut
time
it.
clock today.
Yeah,
We don't
yeah,
peel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just chop it.
Yeah, okay. So
Squares.
down, right?
Yeah.
And then just,
Yes.
okay.
I'll show you how to do it. Save me that other half.
Okay, I'll save the other half. And then you just
can
put it up here. This
chop
is
it, yeah, chop.
something I learned by watching the Three Stooges. Okay,
Yeah.
right here. See?
Yeah.
Look at that, huh?
All right.
This is an educational show too, folks, all right?
What I do, I chop it in half. Do this in half.
1,000 meals a week at Soldier On, folks, right here. Chopped a few potatoes.
In there.
Okay.
Give it a stir, and soon we'll see how it comes out. Approximately about 40 minutes will be good.
Now, I didn't know that no salt. You didn't use any salt or you didn't use any pepper.
No, I
No?
don't use peppers. No.
Not at all?
No, because the pepper overpowers the chicken.
It does, and so
Yeah.
we already have enough. The salsa
Yeah, the
is...
salsa, the sofrito and all that, which I didn't pour in there yet, is the sofrito. It's a condiment that's from the Spanish Goya product. And you can see, smell that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Sofrito.
Sofrito, recaíto.
Recaíto?
Yeah, now you can pronounce the R.
Recaíto. Okay, recaíto.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We're just about ready to eat. Milton, you got some rice here. What kind of rice you using?
Goya.
Goya, white rice?
White rice, long grain. 2-3 cups is enough for four people, maybe 5.
Okay.
3 cups of rice, and now you put 4 cups of water.
And is the rice, should be, chewy, or it should be just a little?
Just soft.
Just soft.
Not. You don't want it chewy.
Okay.
It's hard, too hard, not good. But the rice goes first. I give 2 scoops, and this is the final product.
Wow. Man, I'll tell you what. You don't like that, you don't like your mama. That's good stuff right there.
And I wish you guys were here to smell this.
Oh, yeah. Man,
You know?
I gotta get.
Yeah.
Look at this, boy, our crew. Look at that thing right there, huh? Oh, my heavens.
You got potatoes and olives.
Potatoes
and everything.
also. Now, the potatoes are chewy, they're not crunchy.
They're
right?
soft, yes.
They're soft, yeah. Pollo?
Pollo guisado.
Pollo. Guisado. Again, it took me like 5 times to say it. This is absolutely magnificent. Smells great. I can't wait to eat it. Milton Gonzalez, I want to thank you very much for being
You're welcome.
with us here in the kitchen.
It's my pleasure.
For the mess hall. We're going to chat in a little bit. We're going to chat about your military service in the United States Navy.
Yes.
Anchors away.
Thank you.
All right, my man, Milton Gonzalez. Now let's check in with Christy for our Tito's Handmade Vodka drink of the day.
Thanks, Wayno. Our segment today is sponsored by our good friends at Tito's Handmade Vodka. We're going to be mixing up a delicious cocktail, so grab your shaker and let's get started. And here is our Tito's John Daly. Add 1.5 ounces of black tea infused Tito's Handmade Vodka in a highball glass and fill with your favorite lemonade. Stir and garnish with a lemon wedge. And there you have our Tito's John Daly.
Really what we're doing is we're taking what Soldier On does. I could talk about the programs that we operate, the buildings that we build, but really what we do is we create community. Homelessness is a form of loneliness, and many of our veterans found themselves alone. We became their family, we became their community, but more importantly, folks like yourself, this show, the Proprietors Lodge, and everyone else that helps make these things so we can hear the veterans' stories, meet them as people, and see the great talented folks that they are. It allows us to expand the community and really provide a home for the many veterans that we serve. So I'd like to thank you.
Okay, you're 17 years old. You go ahead and you go into the United States Navy.
Yes.
At 17, and you go to basic at
Orlando.
Orlando at a naval base.
Naval base,
It's not there anymore.
No, they
Okay.
closed it down. I don't know why.
What's your feeling of you're 17 years old?
I couldn't find a full-time job.
Yeah, but I mean, what was your? Were you afraid? Were you uncertain?
I wasn't afraid.
You just wanted to go.
I just want to go see the world.
Is that right? At 17 years old.
Yes, sir.
And then you went from after basic, you go to Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Okay.
Yes.
And you went to the base. What was the?
Meridian Air Force. Meridian Naval Base.
Meridian Naval Base. And what was your job there? What was your role?
I worked with airplanes. I pre-flight, post-flight airplanes. Model T2C, old airplanes.
And so your job is really of vital importance because those guys are coming in and taking off, and everything's got to be got to check up, thumbs up.
Yep.
Boom.
Before they fly off, or once they land, they're in our control.
And you must have had some extensive training, Milton.
Yeah, and yes, I did in Orlando. We did after basic training. You had another couple months of training.
I got to dig into this before I ask you the next question. I got to because the smell is driving me crazy. A little bit of rice and oh man, that is really wow. I mean, that's just really good.
Tender,
and there's nice texture on the chicken too. The rice is done perfectly. You were stationed on an aircraft carrier. Remember what it was?
USS Ranger.
The USS Ranger.
CV-61 out of Coronado.
Oh, you remember the name too? You remember the name and
Yeah.
okay.
You never forget that.
You never forget that, right? What's it like being on a? Obviously, when you're up on deck, you have to have all types of precautions because you got planes coming in.
If you don't belong up there, don't go up there. If you have no business up on the flight deck, you shouldn't be up there.
Wow. Did you have business up on the flight deck?
Oh, yeah.
So you'd go up there?
Yeah, I'll go up there and the hangar bay.
Seeing a plane, coming in and landing, it's got to be an all-time memory, right?
Oh, yeah, you'd never forget that. It's hard to explain. You have to be there to visually see it.
How about rough seas? You ever encounter any rough seas?
You can counter that here. But no, you see all different types of weather. And
Yeah, but there's nowhere to go, inclement weather and
no,
anything, right?
No, you do your job. It's like being on a floating city on a carrier.
4,000 or 5,000 people there, right?
5,000, yeah.
5,000 people.
Yeah.
All
Plus.
in that small little city. Describe, what were the holidays like for you? Did they make it?
No holidays.
No holidays. You work.
Yeah, you work. When you're out at sea, you work 7 days a week. Well, not actually, because I work 3 days on, 2 days off, then 2 days on, 3 days off, and that's how they rotate. 12-hour shifts.
Your response to that was just as a matter of fact. There was no. I mean, did they do anything? I heard the meals are, they do a Christmas meal or something like that.
Oh yeah, we have everything there.
They do that, but as far as
you can never say you're starving. There's always a galley open.
And you didn't want to cook when you were on. You didn't have any desire for that.
Nope.
This just came later.
Yeah, I do this for me.
Wow, man, I'll tell you that right now. And you just learned over the course.
Yeah.
That was it, huh?
You gotta eat every day.
It's true. I know, believe me. Now here's a very special segment on the mess hall. Let's check in now with Mail Call.
Hi, I'm Rick Middleton, former captain of the Boston Bruins, and this is a special shout out to Veteran Milton Gonzalez. Thank you for your service to our great country, Milton, in the U.S. Navy, and anchors away.
I love Wayne Soares' new show, The Mess Hall. She's a Massaconi World War II vet.
Describe what it was like to be in the Navy. Every branch of service always has a bit of pride and everything. And what was it like for the Navy? Anchors away and the whole 9 yards.
You take one day at a time. It's like being out here. You got more responsibilities out here because there you have responsibilities too, but you got to be aware of more crazy people out here. This world is getting crazy. And
you have the type of personality where you get along with everybody.
I
right?
never had no problems with nobody.
Not that at all.
Nothing. I went to Hawaii. I lived in Jersey. Never had no problems. Never got in a fight.
What were some of your memorable ports? Do you remember? Obviously, when you
pulling into Hawaii was beautiful because you have all those ships and you could see the sunken ships
from Pearl Harbor. Yeah.
And it gets you. You gotta visualize it, be there to actually see it, and it's an eerie feeling.
So you do really get overcome with emotion coming in and seeing that.
Yeah. As being in the Navy, a sailor, you picture yourself being in that situation. It could happen anytime, anywhere. But you always, in the back of your mind, you always got to think ahead. It's an awesome feeling though. When I took pride to be there. Yeah.
When an aircraft carrier goes on high alert, what is that like? What are they? They shut down things or?
Well, you're on alert. I mean, you still got to do your job. You got to pay attention to anything that's
in the sea, in the sky,
everywhere.
Anything.
Yeah.
You got to look out. General quarters. Is that what it is?
Yeah, general quarters.
Okay.
Well, you have your carrier, and you have 7 other ships around your carrier. The carrier is like the mothership. So imagine how many carriers we have and how many ships are out there. It's a 24-hour job.
Do you have a memorable night on a carrier? I asked this to a veteran. He was in World War II. gentleman, and he was also on an aircraft carrier. And he said that they were in the South Pacific, and he just looked out one night, and the sun just was going down by the ocean. Did you ever have a memory like that, or at night where you looked up and there were stars? And
Well, going into the Philippines, it's the change of weather, and you see hail, you see everything. The weather is weird. It's hard to explain, but you see everything, yeah. And when you start seeing animals, you know you're close to land. My biggest thing was seeing the hammerhead sharks, a school of hammerhead sharks off the Gulf Coast of Pensacola.
is it true that guys would go swimming and out in the middle of the ocean, and then the other guys would be with guns looking out for sharks?
We never did that.
You never did that?
No, I wouldn't do that either.
Yeah, no.
I ain't jumping into their turf.
Oh, that's a good word. That's a great point, yeah.
You're in their territory now.
They own that. So
Yeah.
would you just describe your feeling? What was it like to serve your country in the United States Navy?
I was honored. I felt good. More people should do it.
Well, I want to thank you for a fabulous meal, and thank you for your service to our great country, and thanks for being on the mess hall.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Well, that's our show, folks. Many thanks to Milton Gonzalez, United States Navy veteran, for a fabulous interview and some absolutely extraordinary food. For Milton, I'm Wayne Soares. We'll see you next time here on the mess hall. Make it a great day.